Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello guys.
Hello.
We are from Group 12. I'm Alfatapati.
I'm Amelia.
And I'm Cynthia Sari. We would like to explain to you about sociolinguistics. Happy watching.
What is sociolinguistics? Sociolinguistic is made of two words, socio and linguistic. Socio means society and linguistics means language. Sociolinguistics is relationship between the two. The first is how society affects language, and the second is how language affects society. There are so interesting definitions of sociolinguistics. Wolfram said that sociolinguistics has become an increasingly important and popular field of study, as a certain cultures around the world expand their communication based on intergroup and interpersonal relations take on escalating significance. And Hudson said that sociolinguistics is the study of language in relation to society, the study of society in relation to language.
Sociolinguistics attempts to explain questions like: first, why do people in the same age or from the same social class or same ethnicity use similar language? Second, do women and men speak the same as each other? To explain these questions, there are many different micro and macro approaches of sociolinguistics, such as interactional sociolinguistics, variationist sociolinguistics, historical sociolinguistics, dialectology. This is equally similar to the study different varieties of English, discourse analysis, conversation analysis, language planning, and policy.
Why sociolinguistics should be studied within language? Language is an interactive and cultural phenomenon which should be studied. Actual language used in highly structured and not random. This argument is split into two strands of sociolinguistics. Interactional sociolinguistics focus on language and its social context, and variationist sociolinguistics focus on social duration.
The standard language. A standard language is a variety of language that is used by government, in the media, in schools, and for international communication, as is regarded as the most correct way of writing or speaking the language.
Accent and dialect. An accent is the way that a particular person or group of people sound. It is the way somebody pronounces words, the musicality of their speeches, etc. A dialect describes both a person's accent and the grammatical features of the way that person talks.
Dialectology. Dialectology is the scientific study of linguistics dialect. It studies variation in language based primarily on geographic distribution and their associated features. It treats such topics as divergence of two local dialects from a common ancestor and synchronic variation, as well as the distinction between two different dialects of the same language, whose speakers can usually understand each other, and two different languages, whose speakers can't usually understand.
Regional dialect. A regional or social variety of language distinguished by pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary, especially a variety or speech pattern of the culture in which it exists. Cockney is a dialect of language.
Isoglossis. Isoglossis, the geographic boundary of a certain linguistic feature, such as the pronunciation of a vowel, the meaning of a word, or use of some synthetic feature.
Dialect boundary. If a very similar distribution is found for another two items, such as preference for a pail to the north and bucket to the south, then another isoglass, probably overlapping the first, can be drawn on the map. When a number of isoglasses come together in this way, a more solid line indicating a dialect boundary can be drawn.
Dialect continuum. Dialect continuum is a range of dialects spoken across a large geographical area, differing only slightly between areas that are geographically close to each other, and gradually decreasing in mutual intelligibility as the distance becomes greater.
Bilingualism. In many countries, regional variation is not simply a matter of two or more dialects of a single language, but can involve two or more quite distinct and different languages. Canada, for example, is an officially bilingual country with both French and English as official languages.
Diglossia, the coexistence of two varieties of the same language throughout a speech community. One is used for regular conversation and the other for the particular use.
Pidgin. Language, originally an English word business, is nobody's native language. May arise when two speakers of different language with no common language try to have a makeshift conversation.
Creole. It is a language that was originally a pidgin but has become natified. Example: community of speakers claims it as their first language.
Oke.
Thank you for watching and
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.